Here with Nate Burleson, Michael Silver, Brian Baldinger. Guys, 10 hours in appellate hearing, a significant sea change for what we saw when Saints players went into the appellate hearings and the bounty scandal a couple years ago where they stayed for 45 minutes, said we don't want any part of this. Jeffrey Kessler, the Player Association attorney, was part of that as well. Mike, just kind of reading the tea leaves here, 10 hours, at least it tells me there were people talking and there were people listening, so there was at least dialogue that could open the door for Tom Brady's suspension to be reduced.
Well, clearly they wanted to be heard, as did the NFLPA, and that's how it should be. And we heard Gabe Kaplan talk earlier about what would happen if this does go to court, and the NFL would try to show that this is a real proceeding, not a sham, that Roger Goodell was open-minded and considered everything. So that's good for all parties concerned that everybody felt heard. It's also good that it didn't drag into Thursday. It's not like they could continue tomorrow. They were going to have to wait 2 days. So that's the good news. We'll see if there's a way to split the difference with this resolution in a way that everybody decides is better than fighting and better than having this drag on. And if not, we'll see what Roger Goodell decides to do, because as Nate talked about earlier and Baldy has addressed, there's not an easy answer in terms of pleasing the crowd because there are many different factions.
Baldy, if it's a situation, okay, so you read the initial Ted Wells report. It said Tom Brady was cooperative except for the fact that he didn't turn over his phone, maybe some electronic messages, and some of the information he gave didn't jibe with other information. Suppose he checks those boxes today. Again, it sounds like there was some rebuttal, some cross-examination of sorts. Should he? I mean, if he checks those boxes, and that's what the league said it wanted to see, Roger Goodell said he's open to hear new information, should the league say, Tom, okay, you told us what we wanted to hear?
Well, I mean, let's think about this. This story broke the day after the AFC Championship game. So here we are, 5 weeks before the start of training camp, and we don't have a resolution.
I know.
I mean, this has gone on way too long. This story has dominated the news now for over 5 months, and we're not any closer today. After 10 hours of meeting, whether it's just a matter of handing over the phone, Steve. Is that all it is? Is it just handing over the phone and this clears it all up? And then
but
the
as
Patriots
you said, what's on the message?
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's perhaps why he didn't turn over the phone. Maybe he just didn't think that was necessary. Maybe they had complied enough to the point with the meetings that they had, what they saw from the text messages. Maybe that was enough for them to think that they have basically supplanted what the league wanted.